Alrighty folks, welcome to round 6 of the Race Spec PlayStation 4 Elite Series Tier 3 coming to you from Canada. And thanks for joining us wherever you may be watching from. Grab yourself a beer, a wine, a milkshake and settle in. I think we could be in for a cracking race today. Qualifying has gotten underway. Very short lap here around Canada, as many of you may well know. And always that possibility of maybe fitting in 4 cracks at a fast lap during the session. But if everyone has the same idea, traffic can become an issue, as we see the Stone Towel in the Alpha there having to pass the Renault. So the guys are getting straight down to business. Looks like everyone's on track bar for WA Huddens at the moment. Could be a deliberate ploy there to try and avoid some traffic. Maybe pick a clean part of the track to get a clean lap done. So the first lot of laps come in. It's Adam McKay in the Alpha Tauri. Goes to the top by less than a tenth, and quickly usurped by the Stone Towel there, the man we were following. It's made me a promise before the race. It's going to be elbows out this round, and that's exactly what we like to see. Good group of guys here, plenty of clean, hard racing. Hopefully we get treated to a fair bit of it today, or tonight, wherever you may be watching. Breno. What can Breno do? He's been the model of consistency throughout this championship so far. Probably a bit disappointed in the wet at Azerbaijan last week with I think he finished 7th or 8th. And we'll definitely be looking to bounce back into a higher scoring points position. And as for you out there at home, wherever you're watching, just make sure you get involved in the comments. We love having you interacting with during the race. Tell us who you think might win. Tell us who you think might grab a podium, might grab a point. Tell us what you think of possible strategies. Here's the Mad Dog in the Mercedes, about to finish his first hot lap. It's not going to be too competitive, unfortunately. He'll be another man looking to bounce back after a very disappointing DNF at Azerbaijan that left him filthy. Good evening to Racer X, or good evening. Nice to have you on board. See if we can find someone else on a hot lap. El Tonki ripping and tearing out of the final corner past the wall of champions. Moves out of his customary 7th up to 5th. Less than 2 tenths from the Alpha of Stone Towel. Still the shiz. He's going to box. And that might be... Okay, WA Huddens has finally made a move. And he's heading down the back straight to the final complex of corners. 13, 14. Down the start finish straight. That has a bit of a kink in it. And goes up to 8th. Guys wasting no time now. The next lot, out they come for their second lot of laps now. So I don't think anyone's on a hot lap at the moment. Maybe the installator. I do get confused sometimes. You think they're on a hot lap and they're just on a very fast out lap. So it's a 109.5 from the Stone Towel, the time to beat currently. Installator yet to put, well, this lap would be invalidated. So that's going to do him no favours at all. So still yet to put one in the bank. Adam McKay. Now I assume Adam is a sub driver for tonight. Not 100% sure there. Just see if we can find out from home base. Adam's a sub driver for today, or one of the regulars with a name change. He's certainly got some speed. Oh, Tango, that's corked that lap, or did it? Didn't seem to invalidate the lap, but don't know how fast it's going to be after that. Looks like Mort's gone across the same corner there. We just caught the end of him there. In the meantime, Stacancy, he's gone to the top of the timesheets, just edging out the Stone Towel. It's tight at the top. Less than 3/10 from 1st to 7th at the moment. That's not a hot lap. Okay, Adam McKay on it again. Hooks up the hairpin nicely as he proceeds to gun down the straight. Through 12, considered a corner that one. Suppose you've got to turn the steering wheel to get round it. So now through 13, 14 and invalidated. So that lap will be no good. As he shakes his head and his car in disgust. 4K 0, what's he got? He's already a second down. So unless he's got the setup to rip and tear down the straights at the end, I don't think this is going to be a competitive lap, unfortunately. As we get to about the halfway mark in the session. El Tonki's back out on a hot lap. Can he find the 2.5 tenths necessary to elevate himself to the... Oh, wild. Catches it though. And he'll have to abort that lap. Just watch out, there's a Renault coming. Julie gets out of the way. And that was Tango. He's looking for 2/10. Your championship leader there on screen. And you'd think he's got more time up his sleeve yet. And not going to be on this lap. That looks invalidated as well. So the boys trying to chew off a bit too much. It's all about saving as much time as you can, but they're just overcooking it a bit on this second lot of fast laps. Adam McKay. Oh, sorry, I think I was calling you Adam. It's Aiden McKay. Gosh. You can tell I've had a few Sunday sippers today. Apologies, Aiden. And he confirms he was shaking his head in disgust. Still time for some more laps, though. 5 minutes on the clock. And look at that, a 10th from 1st to 5th. Love it. Who's on a hot lap? There is Tanguo smoking it up through the final chicane. What's this time good enough for? First, just takes the top spot. Tyres smoking. Affords himself a break over the first chicane. Don't get in the way of that McLaren. That would be Jack Plays without a McLaren teammate in this race. After fair to say, Jack was a little bit all over the place. He was busy in Bahrain, but found his feet and consolidated 2 third positions in the following races at Spain and Baku. And he'll be trying to go a couple better today. Get himself into 1st or 2nd spot. He's going to have to put in a decent lap first, languishing down in 13th. While we wait for him to get onto a fast lap, we'll check in with the installator. I think he's going again. Oh yeah, shout out to David Y in the comments. I did not notice. Tanguo put in his lap on the mediums too. So looking possibly for an alternate strategy. The track seems to be rubbering in, I guess, as we've seen Captain Kino and Installator move ahead since by only a couple of tenths. Seems like a lot now after the close quarters these guys were keeping in the early stages, but that's a pretty hot lap on the mediums from Tanguo. Probably this Installator, he's going again now. This could be competitive. 8, 9, gets him to the top. Fast lap, good lap. So the track's definitely picking up pace as it goes. Now, what can Jack Plays do? Needs to try and bump himself up out of 14th. And that lap's invalidated. He's got to get a move on Jack, or he's going to be starting the race well down. Not ideal. Will he go for another? Well, he's going to have to. It's now or never. Does he have the fuel on board? We'll stick with young Jack. Again, I say young Jack. He could be 108 for all I know, but we'll stay with him for the time being. See what he can pull out of his pocket. Using all the track, and maybe a little bit more. Can he find the apex through the hairpin? Is it Le Pingle? Le Pingle? Turn 10 on the map. 11, 12 now. Jack Plays. Looking to get out of 14th. This should do it. How far up the sheets can he go? 3rd. Wow. Under pressure. Clutch lap. It was then or never. I don't think he'd have another lap in him. The stone towel's not done yet. Renault's retired from the session. He's left us. Departed, ready to prep for the race. Stone towel, the Renault pops out of his way. What can he do? Captain Kino in 2nd now. He's done... lap. No, he tried a lap on the mediums. Stone Towel. I think this is going to pop him up out of 7th as well. It goes to the top. At the death. Little victorious skate across the grass. Well done. Guys just keep finding time, more time. Hand over fist. He must have had about 10 different provisional pole sitters there at one stage. So the session's over. Is Tango still going to have another crack? He's fast. He's quick. He's the championship leader after 5 races for a reason. Goes wide through the hairpin. Might not be too compromised. Would prefer he didn't. And what is this lap going to be good for? Clean out of the chicane. I think he's going to jump up a bit higher. I would be wrong. Not enough to sneak himself into the top 6. But he's on that medium tyre, so he's going to be on running an alternate strategy to the field bar for Breno. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out as they're marking positions in the midfield and at the back. 7th and 14th. So yeah, it'd be very interesting to see how that strategy plays out. And you'd be thinking he'd just be looking to keep his nose clean at the start and make his move later into the race. Let us know in the comments, guys, how you think the strategies might play out. Do the hard tyres, I think the hard tyres might come into play at some stage. Do they two-stop here? Are we talking medium, soft, medium, soft, medium, medium? Will the hards come out? Can the hards do enough of the race distance to warrant a one-stop? So as we wrap up the session, well, it doesn't quite want to wrap up yet. Just going to take myself a quick break and we'll be back on the other side, ready for the race start. Alrighty guys, and gals, with qualifying done, we're getting ready for what should be an interesting race. The cars making their way around at the grid, the Stone Towel on pole after ripping in that zinger of a lap right at the death of the session. Aidan McKay in second. Installator third, Captain Keno fourth, WA Hudden's fifth, Jack Plays in the Sol McLaren sixth, Tango, the championship leader, seventh, Stacancy eighth, and the Williams of Mort and DBT rounding out ninth and 10th. So as we wait for the lights to come on, drivers getting ready now. The 5 lights are on, they're off, the race is underway. Looks like a good start for the Stone Towel. The whole grid seems to have gotten away well. And we're left with Aidan McKay going wide into the first corner. Has a go at the lead, but drops back to second. The Stone Towel resumes his position. Can't see what's going on at the back there. It's the Installator. He's copped a hit. Front wing piece missing. Down to last from third position, sorry. And also Neva Sweden. He's been mixed up in it as well. So back to the front. It's the Stone Towel leading Aidan McKay. Captain Keno's moved up to third following the demise of the Installator. Tango wasted no time. He's not sitting back worried about his medium tyre strategy. Straight up to fourth. With his teammate WA Hudden's in fifth, right behind him. As they head down to the hairpin for the first time. Tyres smoking, squealing under duress. And it looks like Aidan McKay wants to take that lead position. He's going to get well ahead before the chicane by the looks of it. Side by side as they go into the final corners. And he will get the job done. So we have an Alpha Tower in the lead. And that's the Stone Towel. He's gone round. He's cooked it. Into the wall. Oh, this is a disaster for the Alpha driver. Pole position thrown away. And he's got some work to do and a whole lap to get back to the pits to get that front wing repaired. Oh, disaster. And waiting in the wings, you guessed it, Tango just moves straight up into second place. The cars in front just flying aside to let him through. And there's a Ferrari round. It's Captain Keno contacting the wall now. Reversing down the track like Vettel at Singapore from 2018, was it? Can he get it going again? Bang into another wall. Oh, it's like watching Austin Powers trying to get it going again. It just seems like an eternity when you're in that situation. So, plenty of carnage early on in the race. Oh, and what happened? Something's happened to Tango as well. He's gotten mixed up in the action. Just as I was about to describe him being like Moses parting the Red Seas with cars just moving out of the way for him, he's suddenly back battling with the pole sitter for 13th place. Stone Towel goes into the pits as expected. So, I'm not sure what happened. But either way, this could be a good chance for the other drivers. I mean, if you're finishing ahead of this man, you're making up places in the championship. If you can grab a hold of some points. So let's take stock. There goes Captain Keno, and this is just a disaster for Neva Sweden. He's had to queue, and it's just going from bad to worse. It's like watching the current Ferrari season. It's just a disaster. Now we'll try and take stock. So Aidan McKay, he's broken away now with Tango out of the way. Stacancy in the racing point in second, but he has got the attention of WA Huddens, who in turn is towing Mort along in that Williams, who moved up from 9th place. And the field stream down over the start-finish line onto lap 4 now. Hayden Nancy, WA Huddens, Mort. 2 seconds back is Breno, who, look, made a bit of a blue in qualifying, started 14th, now finds himself in 5th and on the medium tyre, so he could be well placed once things begin to settle down and the pit stop strategies start to play out. Jack Plays, well, he's still in the 6th place he started in. Boring, come on mate, everyone else is going up, down, all over the place. Jack consolidating 6th place. Now who would be in 7th place? Yep, El Tonki, the man himself. He's got the second Williams of DBT behind him. We've got a yellow flag. Who is that? It's Mort. Mort's gone round. Turned right into the hairpin and kept going right. There's another one off. He'll drop back now to 13th. No damage, no visible damage. And the race takes a change once more. Up ahead, there's a move going on. It's Tanguo, who was never likely to sit still back down there. The 2 Haas cars of Still the Shiz and the Installator. I would assume the Installator has a bit more pace than Still the Shiz, no disrespect. I will be interested to see if Still the Shiz will make it easy for his teammate or not. We've got another yellow flag. It's El Tonki. 7th place. I think he made it to 6th and has thrown it round now, and it was DBT involved. So action aplenty at the moment. We seem to be missing a fair bit of it, unfortunately. DBT trying to get going. It's the Austin Powers thing again. Come on, son, get it into 1st. Away he goes. My goodness. Action stations. Tanguo's at it again. He's about to slip past the Mad Dog. Gets ahead well before the corner. The DRS so effective down there. And Breno in 5th. Is he closing in on Jack Plays now? So I think most guys are making up places just based on the action up ahead of them. We've got a bit of a train forming down here with the Mad Dog leading the 2 Haas cars. Mort's there, right up the backside of the Shiz, who has since relinquished 9th place to his teammate. And Mort is so close. Look, right up in the gearbox of the Shiz. Does he go for it into 8 and 9, or does he hold station and wait patiently for the back straight, where you'd think he could do it easily with DRS? Long way there. Goes around the outside into the hairpin instead. He's not wasting any time. Now the Installator, meanwhile, up ahead has gone past the Mad Dog, and Mort will do the same. So that Mercedes looking a bit draggy in the high speed sections. And now Mort's going to have a look at the Installator. Decides not to do anything into the 1st corner. He's going to look for another opportunity. Try and get the job done. Meanwhile, DBT in the 2nd Williams. He's gone into the pits a bit too hot to trot and picked himself up a 5-second time penalty for speeding. It's always seemed like a bit of an oxymoron in the Formula One world, a penalty for going too fast. And Installator is about to find Mort going too fast for him. Sticks it round the outside. Installator's going to try and fight back, but Mort should get the DRS, I think, in front, does he? He does. That could be enough to hold position. The insulator tucks in, but yeah, that DRS is strong down the back straight. So it makes a difference if you can pick up the DRS, bearing in mind the DRS detection zone here at Canada, the second one is just after turn 9. The drivers then go down to the hairpin, around the hairpin, up through 12 is not until the DRS opens. So as we saw a perfect demonstration of it there from Moore, picking up the DRS through the detection zone, getting ahead at the hairpin, and then getting DRS benefit in order to pull away from the installator. Up in 7th, championship leader Tanguo now closing in on the lead Alpha of 4K0, who sits in 6th position. 4K0, some 60 points adrift in the championship. Don't want to make it too easy for Tanguo, who now has the benefit of DRS. There we go, there he is. And up the inside, clean move. And try and head off down the road until actually he goes up to 3rd now with a couple of guys boxing for the medium, so those softs are not lasting very well at all. As we see El Tonki up the inside, still the Shiz, gets the job done. So it's now a Renault 1-3. See what tyres everyone is on at the moment. So Renault ended up starting on the hard, actually, yeah, because he would have qualified so low, gets his choice of tyre. Someone correct me if I'm... There's the tyres on for you, Damon. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I assume if you start outside the top 10, you get a free choice of tyre. Looks like Breno's opted for the hards. And I guess now we'll pretty much find out how long they can go for. WA Hudden's now in the pits, drops out of 2nd position. Started in 5th. Where's that pit stop going to drop him to? Just to 6th. And heads out on a fresh set of mediums. Now we have an Alpha Tauri 1-2. So what can Breno do on this alternate strategy? I guess Aiden McKay's your effective leader. There's WA Huddens now. Jack Plays closing in from behind. Both on new mediums. Hudden's going wide in the 34 Renault. And another little train just starting to form here with, I think it's Stacansi at the head there. He might have just gone past 4K0, did he? Jack Plays coming from the left-hand side of screen there, looking down the straights. I'm not sure if he cut that last corner. Might have gone in a bit too hot. So yeah, Stacansi opening that gap now. So I think he passed 4K0, who will have, WA Huddens closing in. And he might be able to just, he might have a... Well, what's happened, he's hit that corner there, Huddens, and now he's got the attention of Jack Plays. And a 3-second time penalty as a result as well, so he's definitely cut the corner back there. And that's going to cost him. So they're all seemingly pulling each other along here towards 3rd place Tanguo But he's on the 10-lap old mediums now. As we see Aidan McKay fire in a fastest lap on those fresher mediums. And things starting to hot up here in the midfield. So it's Breno, Tanguo and 4K0 yet to stop. As we see Huddins now, he's going to take a look at 4K0. That's a curly spot to get it done. Will Jack Plays try and follow him through? Alpha goes wide. Jack Plays sticks his nose up there. He might get the better run, heading down to 8 and 9. McLaren on the outside, Alpha on the inside. The Alpha goes wide and relinquishes the place to Jack Plays. Moves up to 6th now, the McLaren driver. We see a 3-second time penalty for the stoned towel. Now, when will Tanguo look to box? He's going to have to deal with Stacanti very soon. Goes gratuitously fast through the final chicane, the Renault driver, and picks himself up a 3-second time penalty as a result. Struggling a bit now on those mediums. It's one thing to catch this man, but as Jack Plays learned at Baku last week, getting past him is quite another ordeal. He can be so confident under brakes, Tanguo. But I would think with the benefit of DRS and much younger tyres at that racing point, should be able to whiz past down the back straight. A big yes, welcome back to the magical coin. He's back for another week. Kevin Michelle says, let's go, Mort. Down in 10th place at the moment, having just pitted. Yeah, just demonstrating what I was saying. Tanguo, like everyone else has managed to glide past one another. Oh, and is that Jack Plays in the background there? Now, he's gone wide again. Didn't touch any fences by the looks of it. But he's dropped off the back of Huddins. Meanwhile, a position change with El Tonki coming into the pits. Grabs himself another set of mediums. And he's on his way. We'll go back to Stacanti as I... Oh, this is side-by-side stuff into 8 and 9. Tanguo fights back, not having a bar of it. He's not interested in relinquishing that position at all, no matter how old his tyres are. He might have to do so through the hairpin though. Tyres squealing through the hairpin. Sticks it round the outside. Who's going to have the benefit of DRS? It is the Racing Point. Surely that's going to be enough to get him past this time. I don't think Tanguo's going to have any intention of making it easy whatsoever. He doesn't. There's going to be contact here. Does he go into the wall? Whoa. That was close. That was hairy. They get away with it. And those tyres on that Renault are going to be cooked. Plenty of work. Now they've got the attention of WA Huddins as well. What to do now, Stacanti? Attack or defend? He's trailing that Renault. He's going to have a go here. Give us something, Mr. Director. Far out. He's got it done, though. Thanks for nothing, Mr. Director. Yep. Missed the move. It finally happened. And WA Huddins goes through as well. So Jack Plays has now popped onto the back of Tanguo. He's going to get some DRS. They both do. Pops the rear wing open. Tanguo must be just about ready to box here. Is he boxing? He is. In he comes to shed those 14-lap old tyres to make his first stop. Now, we know Breno's going to be the last man to stop, barring any incidents. But that pretty much just leaves 4K0 on the last of those initial runners to pit. Breno still in second. He's been passed by his teammate Aidan McKay. Back to Jack Plays now. He's dispatched one Renault. Now looking for the scalp of another. Kino 3-second time penalty. Jack Plays now. He'll have DRS to try and assist him past the second Renault. And try and move up onto the back of Stacanti. Although Huddins gets DRS of his own. It's been closing in. There's going to be some action here soon between these three. All on the same strategy at the moment. As they're looking to claim third position. 4K0 is finally in the pits. Coming in for some new hards. And we're going to try and run those to the end. Pretty sure it can be done, as Breno's showing us. Here's Jack Plays now, having a peek up the inside of Hudden. So through the hairpin once more. Now, will Huddins have the speed to get to Stacanti? Stacanti will be towing the two of them along. No moves to be made into the final corner this time. Oh, getting a tank slapper on is the Renault. Oh, fishtail stuff. Is that going to be enough for Jack Plays to get up the inside? Huddins leaves him room, knowing he can get back on the inside into two, and holds the position calmly. Will he try and keep it into the inside? Can Jack Plays go around the outside? He does! And clean move. Gets fourth place. Solid. Can he get it done on Stacanti? Meanwhile, further down the field, we've got El Tonki on the backside of the second Alpha, 4K0, who just came in for those new hards. Be interesting to watch these two and see who turns out to be the faster of the two. El Tonki's tyres a few laps older, but softer compound. So we'll just head back up to this lot once more. We don't want to be caught napping when something happens. Jack Plays car just stepping out of line, accelerating out of two. Just trying to get onto the power just a little quicker than the car liked. So lap 19 of 35. It's gone pretty quick. Plenty of action so far in this race. There was cars going everywhere in the early stages. We were somewhat expecting that. So Jack Plays with the benefit of DRS once more. I don't think that's going to be enough to get him close enough. Seems that Racing Point has plenty of speed in a straight line. Can he get close enough here? playing it nice and patiently, Jack. Got a yellow flag. Who's that? Oh, it's the leader, Aiden McKay. Front wing piece missing. What happened there? Did he encounter some issues? Did he encounter some traffic? Oh, this is shaking the race up. Surely he can't continue like that. He's going to have to get back to the pits. He would have been looking for a stop soon anyway, I think. As Breno goes into the lead. I'll tell you what, Aiden McKay would want to hope that this isn't the lap that Breno decides to discard those hard tyres, or he will be queuing in the pits for a new front wing. Breno goes on. Aiden McKay into the pits. So what has happened there? The second Alpha driver. We'll blame that one on Adam McKay, I think. So dons some mediums, heads back out. And that will drop him down to 6th. Meanwhile, Jack plays. He came into the pits as well. Grabbed himself some mediums as well. So he's the next man down the track behind Aiden McKay. I'm not sure how long a pit... What's a pit stop, guys? Anyone watching? Give me an idea how much time lost in a... Total time lost in a pit stop on this track. It's one of the shortest ones on the calendar, if not the shortest, given that you just drive straight into the pits while the other cars have to negotiate the final chicane and then the first corner. As Jack plays, does a purple sector 2. Kevin Michelle guessing in between about 18 and 20 seconds. I'm curious to know where Breno might come out should he box. Stacansi's in the pits now from 3rd. WA Huddins moves back to 2nd. Having started 5th, there's Aiden McKay now. Stacansi drops out right behind him. And he'll be probably wanting to try and get past Aiden straight away if he can. Take that track position and try and hold it. Needs to stay within 1 second, but as we see there on screen, Aiden gets DRS of his own. That'll help him pull away from Stacansi. The gap just pops over a second now. Oh, that could be close. Will he get DRS? The gap, the interval between Aiden and Stacansi was literally 1 second as they went over the detection zone. So he's closing in on Tanguo now. Tanguo, we've seen he does not like being passed one bit, but has little choice but to concede this time round on those hards. So Aiden McKay promptly back up to 3rd. Won't be looking to make any more stops with the 12 laps to go. Closes in on Mort. Mort's going to have to box eventually. He's not going to get those tyres through to the end of the race. Three-second time penalty for Stacansi, so they're starting to get handed out like lollies at the moment. Really bunched up now from 2nd to 6th. Mort in 2nd. Trailed by Aiden McKay. Tanguo dropping back into the clutches of Stacansi. Well, I say dropping back, he's still there right on the tail of Aiden McKay. So who's going to make the most of their DRS here? It's a DRS train heading down the back straight now. As they close in on 13. 14. Got a wobbler on there, Tanglo, or did he tap the wall? Jack plays. DRS wide open. Can't get close enough for a move on Stacansi. And it's close quarters up front. And Jack plays, goes up the inside. The Racing Point sticks it back on the outside. Jack plays, fights back, moves back into 5th. And Aiden McKay is taking care of Mort. All this dueling working well for Breno in the sense that he's opening up that gap out front, but now with Aiden McKay in clear air, I think that gap will start to close down and Breno will have to box pretty soon. Get rid of those. Actually, he's in the pits now, Breno. There's your race leader. Grabs the mediums. It's worked out well, considering he was always going to do a one-stopper from the start, 15th. And we've got half stopped somewhere. It was still the Shiz having a moment. So Breno's come out of the pits right behind his teammate. That must have been close. Now, his tyres are 4 laps more youthful than the race leader. Will that play a part towards the end of the race? Can he stay close enough? Can he get close enough to Aiden McKay? Can he do it now? He's not going to be in DRS range this time round. Heading down the back straight. So it's an AlphaTauri 1-2 at this stage. Mort dropping back into the clutches of Tanguo. Tanguo gets past before the chicane. And Mort's going to box, I think. Those tyres have cried enough. And Jack plays, takes up the role of challenger. The pretender to Tanguo. And wastes no time closing in on his gearbox. Jack plays, look at that in the slipstream. Is he going to get it done here up the inside? There's a bloody tree in the way there. And he gets it done. Tree or no tree, Jack plays is through. Sticks it. And now it's Stacansi's turn. Oh, Jack plays. Fanging it through 8 and 9. Almost pointing in the wrong direction. Tyres smoking. I think Stacansi got a pretty good exit. No. Aiden McKay up front. He's added another half second to his lead. So Jack plays. Tanguo's going to try and go to the end on these tyres. Should make it to the end, but in what condition and at what speed? Jack plays looking good for a 3rd consecutive podium, a 3rd consecutive 3rd place. And if, assuming one of these top 3 grabs the win, we'll have our 5th different winner in 6 races. Which is good to see. The handicappers have done a good job. Yeah, safety car, comment from Kevin Michelle, safety car would certainly benefit Mort at this stage. Just needs DBT to do a Nelson Piquet Jr. for him, Singapore. Bring out the safety car. Well, he'd benefit from it also, having to box for the softs as well. Captain Keno and still the shiz down the bottom there. I've taken on the softs as well. Breno up front, he's hanging in there. If Aidan McKay's tyres drop off towards the end of the race, Breno just might be in with a shot. You never know. He's had 2 seconds already, Breno, in Australia and the Netherlands. He doesn't want to be the bridesmaid any longer. He'll be pushing like crazy to get out of that second place. But Aidan McKay showing some obvious speed. He's just slowly building on that gap bit by bit. Assuming everyone's done their final stops now, the field just starting to space out a bit. No one within DRS range of any other driver there. Gap back down to 1.5 seconds now, and also 1.5 seconds to Jack Plays behind. Yet, as I said earlier, they were getting handed out like lollies, the 3-second time penalties. If you don't have one, you're not cool. And those will play a part yet. I said no one was in DRS range of anyone at the moment. However, DBT is closed up on El Tonki. And he'll be gearing up to make a pass down the back straight if he can keep it together through the hairpin. There's a 3-second time penalty for Captain Keno. Unfortunately, having a bit of a race to forget, like a few of these drivers today. The walls wreaking havoc. Williams is going to go up the inside into the first corner and spins it, half spins it, gathers it up. He'll have to try and go again. El Tonki just going about his business, sees off the threat. Speaking of threats, WA Hudden's closing in on his teammate and championship leader. Will he be the next man to make a move? Could be Captain Keno actually in 14th. Well, there it goes now. Move is done, dusted. See what Captain Keno's about to do to Neva Sweden. So the Ferrari's duking it out for lucky 13th. And teammate on teammate. Makes the pass into the last corner. Plenty of curb and some more. Now both these guys up front, Breno and Jack Plays. Jack Plays closing in on Breno, who's been sticking within that 1.5 seconds of Aidan McKay. This could be interesting. Jack Plays tyres 4 laps older as well. And They're still closing on Aiden McKay. So are those tyres starting to drop off the lead AlphaTauri? This could be very interesting. I think Jack would do well here. I'm not sure if he's aware of it, but he might do well just to sit back for the time being. Let Breno get the DRS to close in on Aiden. And in turn, the two of them can start making a run at the lead. Or does Jack know about it? Is he aware? Does he have the confidence to just get past and go out after the leader himself? So it's done. DRS for Breno. Dropped back to 1.2 seconds behind by the time they got the DRS. And didn't gain a lot from it. Maybe 2/10 from the DRS. Tyres smoking into turn 1. They're running out of laps now. About 2.5 to go. Aiden McKay. Can he hold on? Breno. Can he go one better than his best finishes of second? Jack Plays. Can he go better than his best finishes of third? There's a 3-second time penalty for Aiden McKay. So I'm not sure if Breno or Jack Plays have time penalties themselves. Captain Keno's got about 100 of them. By the time they apply poor old Captain Keno's penalties, he'll be finishing in 1985. And there's a 3-second time penalty for Jack Plays, just as I've mentioned it. So, is Breno looking good here? If anyone watching, can I check for time penalties in the menu or not? This could make the difference here. This could be about to decide the race, the time penalties. So we're on our second last lap. Race director, I don't really want to do it. Yeah, apologies guys, I'm really not 100% sure what I'm looking for here. I'll be quick, but yeah, we might go back to the race. I'll practice looking at that for next time. Apologies for the interruption. So Aiden McKay still out front. Jack Plays all over the back of Breno. Is this going to be where the move is made? It looks like it. You want to get deep so that Breno can't get back around the outside, which becomes the inside for turn 2, and he does. And on the last lap, that gives Aiden a bit of breathing space. However, these guys at the top, both with 3-second time penalties. I'm not sure if Breno has one at this stage. We've got a yellow flag. That would be DBT, I think. Gathers it up, keeps going. So if Jack Plays is to have any chance of winning this race, he needs to finish ahead of Aiden McKay, but it's not going to happen. So Breno, he needs to stay nice and close, assuming he doesn't have a time penalty. He needs to stay within 3 seconds of the leader, and he could get it done. So Aiden McKay crosses the line in first. Breno gets promoted to the top. I think this is his breakthrough win for Breno. Stacanzi moves up to third as well as a result. So Breno, no longer the bridesmaid, now the bride. Big congratulations to the AlphaTauri driver. Well done, Breno. And with Tango languishing down in 8th place, that's going to be a lovely little points haul for Breno. As far as the drivers' points go, Breno is currently 28 points behind. So that's going to move him right back near the pointy end of the championship. Oh, and Breno popped up in the comments there. Good, well done, Breno. I'm sure that's a pretty popular result. Finally gets the breakthrough, and as I said, our 5th, I'm sure that's our 5th different winner in 6 races. Jack plays after 2 consecutive thirds. The number 3 didn't serve him well today with a 3-second time penalty, dropping him back to 4th. WA Huddens started 5th, brings it home in 5th. So Breno, good result, and and made that strategy work after a shocking qualifying. I think he was 14th, correct me if I'm wrong. He's just bided his time on the hards. Yep, 14th. Well done, mate. Bided his time on the hards. Just played the patient game, the one stop to perfection. And it just goes to show sometimes, you know, you can make the most out of a bad situation. It's a silver lining to every cloud, and Breno showed us today. Got the job done. As the guys up ahead were just throwing themselves into walls, left, right and centre. So there's your results. Breno in 1st, Aiden McKay 2nd, Stacanci 3rd, Jack Plays 4th, Huddens starting 5th, finishes 6th. The Installator, he'd be disappointed going from 3rd to 6th today. Mort made up a couple of places into 9th. And the Stone Towel, he'd be the most disappointed for sure after snatching a brilliant pole position. Barely making it into the points in the end. And El Tonki in 10th, having finished 11th last week. And 4K0 consolidating that 11th place grid position. That'll be all from us for now. I'm your commentator, Mike Wilson. Thanks for joining us wherever you have been watching. It's been a pleasure to have you with us, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Good night.